Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time watching. Today we're actually going to be building in Copperdale, which I haven't done in forever, but we're also going to be building a very kind of like cramped family home. So this house is on a 20 by 15 lot. I believe it ended up being what, like 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And I believe it's like 3 bathrooms. So there's a bathroom in the basement, there's a bathroom on the first floor, and then on the second floor as well. But the main idea I had for this house was I wanted it to have this kind of like walk-out basement bit, very reminiscent of the house that was here originally for the Harjo family, that I believe Miss Griffey actually created, the original for the like high school years pack. But this build, again, I was taking a little bit of inspiration from that one for like the walkout basement, but I also wanted to make sure that it fit into the surroundings as well as it possibly could. But I had a lot of fun with this. I did build this a while ago. I did build this a couple of weeks ago at this point, so there's a lot about it that I can't really remember. And when I was building it, I was kind of in a very buildy mood. So I built like 3 or 4 things over the span of like a week, which for me is a lot. I don't usually build that much. I finish maybe 1, like maybe 2 builds a week normally if I'm feeling inspired. A lot of the times I won't even do that, and I'll just post stuff from my backlog that I have. But this build was one of those that just, it flowed, if that makes sense. If you've ever built in the game, you'll know what I'm talking about, but it just flowed, it just worked, and I absolutely loved it. Now, the reason that I'm saying it's a cramped family home when it's like 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms is because there's actually, what, like 2, 4, 6, 7 Sims living on this lot. And it's kind of insane. So the Sims that I have living here, this is for my save file as well, so they do have a backstory. They do actually tie in to another family in my save, and like they have, you know, extended family basically in my save file. But the idea that I had was the mom and the dad in this, they're actually adults. They're kind of close to becoming elders, but the dad is actually Geeta Rasoya from, you know, City Living. He's actually her brother, her younger brother. And then he lives here with his wife and their young adult son, their teenage daughter, and then their child son. So their child son is a little bit of like is a little bit of the baby of the family, basically. They had him a little bit later in life, whereas their young adult son they probably had when they were young adults. But anyway, so they have their young adult son, and he's actually in university. His name is Kieran. He's in university. I can't remember what he's studying. I think he's studying, like, he's very artistic, so he's studying like one of the art majors. But he's in university, and he actually had a girlfriend growing up in high school. And, you know, he thought that they were going to get married after high school, and like when they're in university together, they're gonna get married, you know, all of that stuff. He thought she was his, you know, one true love. They were gonna live together forever, all of that stuff. And then, you know, because of that, you know, she got pregnant, and then she decided that, they'll try and, you know, raise the baby, get married, all of that stuff. And then when they actually had the baby, she decided that she didn't want that life actually at all. So instead of, you know, marrying him and staying together or co-parenting or something like that, she actually just split and left. So that is kind of bad, but it does happen. It does happen in real life. I try to make my save file backstories as realistic as I can without being too, like, not too depressing, because I have a lot of depressing stories in my save, but I try not to make things too triggering, if that makes sense. And I try to stay away from certain topics, but topics like, you know, parents, giving up their kids, giving them up for adoption, or, single parent households, stuff like that. I do include those kind of things. But in this case, she just up and left. She decided that, she didn't want the whole family vibe. They were kind of mismatched from the beginning. She was never really someone that his parents liked, and she was always very much, not someone that I would picture him with. So I don't know, in my head, I don't know how they ended up together, but he's a very creative sim, he is very expressive, all of that stuff, and she just is not. So yeah, so they actually ended up splitting up. She left and left him with their little baby girl. So yeah, he now has a infant. She's an infant at this point. This was obviously, I thought they would have split up, maybe just after she was born, or maybe they tried like the whole staying together, parents, together thing for a while. It didn't work. So now she's an infant and he's living at home. So, there's technically an infant in this household as well. So there's the grandparents, the young adult son, teenage daughter, child son, and then the little infant baby girl. So yeah, it's a big household. It is technically what, like 3 generations. So yeah, that's why I said it's a little bit cramped, because there wasn't really space for an infant when, you think about it. So there's 4 bedrooms. Obviously, the main bedroom is on the first floor with, the parents' bedroom. They don't really have an ensuite. None of their rooms have ensuites, but the bathroom downstairs would technically be like the parents' bathroom or guest bathroom or whatever. Then there's the living room downstairs as well as the kitchen. And then upstairs on the second floor, there's 2 bedrooms, which are actually for the teenage daughter and then the child. And then there's another bathroom upstairs. And then downstairs in the basement, there's another full bathroom, as well as kind of what I thought would be kind of like a family room. So that would be where, they store stuff. They have the laundry down there. They have a little bit of an older TV down there where, I don't know, maybe like the kids' old toys went and stuff like that. There's also obviously the little walkout bit that has the young adult son's bedroom. So I thought his bedroom would have always been in the basement, because he maybe used some of that like family space as a little bit of an art studio growing up, because he is very artistic. So he, paints, does all of that stuff. And I do actually have him as a freelance artist as well, like a freelance digital artist. So on top of being a full-time student, he also works part-time, like freelance. So I decided that was the best thing to do, because you can have your Sims take freelance jobs and then they can work on them, whenever they have time. They just need to be done by a certain time. So it's not like he has a job that he has to go into and miss classes. But he does want to obviously, provide for his daughter. He wants to help out his parents because, they are letting him stay at their house still. And, he has all of his own things that he wants to pay for, all of that stuff. He doesn't just want to mooch off of his parents for the rest of his life. So, yeah, he has that as a little income for himself. And so because of that, he had kind of like his art space downstairs as well. But with the addition of his infant, he kind of had to change up. So the basement is a little bit different. So what I decided to do with the basement is there is obviously a totally separate bedroom downstairs. But, I wanted to make it look like the basement is in the process of being renovated a little bit. So the bedroom space used to be this gray color on the walls that, is what he would have had on these walls. But I wanted to make it look like they were in the process of painting it. So there's one of the walls is like yellow, and then there's half of another wall is pink. So I wanted to make it look like they were in the process of painting it for the little infant. And so her crib is in there. His desk is still in there. So like where he would do his homework, all of that stuff is still in there. But the rest of the room, I wanted to make it look like they're in the process of moving a lot of infant stuff in there and kind of like sprucing it up, making it more, you know, cute for her and what she would like, and, you know, where she can grow up. So his bed, in my head, they probably got rid of his original bed, and he now sleeps on a pull-out sofa in the family space in the basement, which is now kind of like his bedroom. So along with having the pull-out sofa down there, there's another really old sofa, and, you know, everything is kind of cramped and kind of like squished into the basement. I wanted to make it look like a lot of stuff has just been piled against the walls and pushed out of the way, and, you know, it's kind of just been very haphazardly made into a sleeping space for the son, so that he could have somewhere to sleep, and, you know, he didn't have to share a room with his infant, so that, you know, he can get some sleep, and, you know, all of that stuff. So yeah, it's very cramped downstairs. The rest of the house is a lot less cramped, because it would, you know, there wouldn't be a lot of changes to the rest of the house. I did add an infant playmat in the living room. We have obviously a, you know, living room setup, couches. I tried to experiment with colors in this build as well. So there's a bunch of different wood colors. There's a lot of this purpley color because the dad actually really likes purple. So there's a lot of this like rich plum purpley colors. There's a lot of like muted reds, and then a lot of blue as well. And I tried to just experiment with colors and put, you know, colors together that I might not usually put together. And you guys will also notice that at this point I do have a dresser in this bedroom. I believe I removed that dresser and replaced it with a gemology table, because I thought that, the mom wants to be a crystal crafter. That's actually her aspiration. That came with the Crystal Creation stuff pack. So I needed to have a gemology table for her. But yeah, so then upstairs, which we've just started on, there's a little hallway space that I do end up putting a computer in, like kind of like a family computer for the kid or whatever. But then we have the teenage daughter's room, and then the child's bedroom as well. Now the teenage girl's room is a little bit bigger because I wanted to fit in that video creation station from the Get Famous expansion, because I thought that she would be really into like YouTube, SimTube. She would be really into making videos, whether that's, I think she would make like, maybe she has like 2 channels and she has split interest, because I do think she is a little bit of a gamer as well. So maybe she has like a gaming channel, and then her full-time channel is kind of like reviews or vlogging or beauty reviews or I don't know, stuff like that. She's not a very, I guess what you would say, girly girl, I guess. She does, you know, enjoy games. She enjoys being outside, hiking, stuff like that. But she does have a kind of maybe like a beauty channel or something. So yeah, she has that little setup over there. She also has a separate desk with a actual computer on it that I thought she would do like gaming live streams from, because unfortunately the Get Famous video station doesn't actually work as a computer, which is really stupid to me and such an oversight in my opinion, because it looks like a really nice gaming computer, that whole setup, that just has the little extra setup side with, you know, the camera and the lights and stuff. It would be so cool if that computer could actually function as a computer that your Sims could work on and maybe like gaming live stream from, stuff like that, because, you know, it's a setup that I feel like everyone that is a content creator would recognize and would really appreciate having, you know, rather than having to have that big table and then a separate desk with a separate computer for your Sims to do all of the regular computer interactions on, if that makes sense. I know there's mods for that. I do know that there is a mod out there that makes that video station an actual computer. But of course, because, you know, this is uploaded to the gallery, it's for my save file. My save file doesn't really use any CC. So I don't want to use it for that, if that makes sense. I will use it if I do personal gameplay, obviously. But obviously, you know, for save file purposes, for gallery upload purposes, you know, that's not gonna work. So yeah, that's the teenager's room. And we have now moved on to the kids' bedroom. It's just a very nice, cute, blue and green bedroom. I really like the way the kids' rooms turned out in this build. I actually used wallpapers from the pastel pop. I used the wallpapers from the pastel pop kit, which I never use them for some reason, because I always forget that they do come in some more like, I don't want to say neutral, but like plain swatches. I always forget that they come in those swatches. So yeah, I used those here, and then I actually used that rug from Get Famous. That's more like a decal, but I used it in the kids' room because he's really into void critters, so I wanted to use that void critter rug. Now, we've moved on to the basement, which is, like I said, the space that definitely fits the whole, like, cramped vibe. So there's a bathroom down here with a shower, toilet, and a sink, and then, you know, we have this big space that probably used to be a family, you know, family room, family gathering space, kids' playroom, you know, stuff like that. But it now functions as the oldest son's bedroom, and then the actual bedroom has been turned into a nursery with, you know, I do still, like I said, I do still have his actual desk set up in the nursery because I feel like he probably needs a little bit quieter of a space to like do his schoolwork or something, or maybe the desk just they couldn't find space for it in the big room in the basement, so it is still like just stuck in his original bedroom. But yeah, now you can see what I meant by I wanted to make it look like the walls are in the process of being painted. So we have like the yellow wall, and then we have like half a pink wall. Now realistically, in real life, you wouldn't actually sleep in a bedroom that is actively in the process of being painted. Like, you couldn't sleep in a bedroom that's in the process of being painted because the smell and the fumes and stuff like that, just not good. So yeah, realistically, you wouldn't sleep there. In The Sims, they don't really care. So I decided to go for it. And also I used the actual like movable infant crib, so your Sims can actually pick up that crib and put it in their inventory, and then they can move it to anywhere else. So I thought that would be a good thing to use to make it look like, you know, when they are painting, they probably move the infant's crib out of the room and she sleeps in another room for like a day or two. That was what I was thinking. So yeah, just pretend with me, okay? It's The Sims, they don't care. don't look at this realistically because yeah, it's The Sims. But yeah, we also have the laundry downstairs as well, so I imagine that would be very irritating if, you know, he's trying to sleep and someone needs to do laundry. That would be very annoying. But, you know, the sacrifices that you have to make when, you know, he'd rather be inconvenienced than, you know, putting his infant in the basement room and, you know, having her have to be inconvenienced. So, you know, there's certain sacrifices, and he doesn't want to live alone, or he can't really live alone yet because he doesn't make enough money to live alone yet. Maybe once he's graduated and he can get into like a full-time career or start putting in more time into his freelance career, then obviously he would make enough to live in his own place. I wanted to say place and space, so it ended up, I don't know what I just said. But I'm all over the place. I've been up since 8 a.m. this morning. It's currently almost 1 p.m. Usually I would be up at like maybe 11 if it's early, maybe 12 p.m. Me being up at 8 a.m. running on 6 hours of sleep, it's a whole thing. I'm all over the place. Bear with me. So yeah, I'm also super stressed out with real life stuff. Life is just kicking my ass right now, and I'm just trying to focus on what I can control, which is getting videos out, because I have like 7 builds already finished that are just taking up space on my hard drive at this point, and my hard drive is getting full because I have 7 finished builds. I have like 6 builds that are work in progresses, but already have like multiple tens of gigabytes worth of footage sitting on my hard drive that I need to finish and get out so that I can delete the old footage. So I'm working through a backlog at the moment, so yeah, bear with me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this build. We're basically done with it. We're going to be doing a few finishing touches outside, to the yard, to the patio, stuff like that. And then we're actually going to go ahead and hop on into the game, where I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour of this space and show you some things that you might have missed. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and let's hop on into the game and take a look at the build. Okay, so here we are in the game. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like on the gallery. It's called Cramped Generations Home. It's 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Is it 5 bedrooms? Yeah, it's technically 5 bedrooms because there's like the open bedroom for the young adult son. So yeah, I think that's why I called it 5 bedrooms. But it ended up being just under 120,000 simoleons, 20 by 15 lot. It has a couple of lot traits as well. But yeah, this is what it looks like on the gallery, and it will be up on the gallery by the time that this video goes out if you guys want to go ahead and download it. But yeah, this is what the build looks like. I don't know why my build mode has been so laggy, or if it's because I have OBS open. I don't know if it's OBS making my computer lag or what. But it's been really laggy in the past couple of tours that I've done. And I don't know why, because when I'm playing the game, it's not like this. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. But in any case, this is what the house looks like. I do have a little like food stand stall thing out the front, because I didn't mention this in the voiceover, but the dad is actually really into like, he's in the culinary career currently, but he really dreams of when he retires from that career, he wants to open his own restaurant, or like, you know, he really enjoys interacting with customers and selling things directly to customers. So he loves, you know, maybe on weekends or when he's off, he enjoys like selling stuff right from the front yard, almost like a bake sale, but he loves doing that. So yeah, that's why I have that in the front. We do have a little fake car over here with the driveway, some outdoor space. I do have a little garden for them because the dad, again, he loves cooking. So he also enjoys growing some of his own produce. So we have a little garden out there. But yeah, going down, starting on the first floor, I guess, we have a little chess table on the front porch. And then you come in and you have the very lived-in family-style living room. We have the infant playmat, we have a little rocking chair, a bunch of toys and just stuff all over the place. But yeah, we have the little living room space. We have a bookshelf over on this side with a record player as well. And of course the stairs that lead upstairs. But then you come into this little hallway space where we have the bathroom. So there is a little toddler potty down here for when the infant ages up into a toddler. So there's a little toddler potty. There's obviously, you know, all of the regular bathroom items. And then we have the parents' bedroom. So this is kind of like the main bedroom. They have, you know, bed, dresser, all of that stuff. I did put in... Oh yeah, I didn't delete the dresser. I deleted the, like, desk that I had in here to make space for the gemology table. So yeah, we have that. We also have a lot of space for family pictures as well. And then you have the kitchen of that little hallway. So we have kitchen, dining room, all in one. But yeah, we have the fridge over there, a little parenthood board. We have, obviously, you know, a lot of kitchen clutter. There's not a lot of open space, but this counter is totally functional. Your Sims can use it to cook. You can also delete some of these things as well. You can delete, you know, the waffle maker, or you can delete the mixer or the microwave or whatever if you want more counter space. But currently it is functional. And then there's the little like high chair as well, and that also has a back door to get to the yard. And then from this little hallway, actually right underneath these stairs that go up, you actually also go down. But before we go down, we're gonna go up. So off to the second floor. I actually cut this out of the footage, but we do have a little almost study space up here in the landing. We have a little bonsai tree, some bookcases. We also have the family computer with some more kids clutter and some laundry sitting around, you know, all of that stuff. Then we have the big family bathroom upstairs with a freestanding tub and shower, big sink area, toilet, you know, everything that you would technically have in a bathroom. And then we also have the 2 kids' rooms. So this is the teenager's bedroom. She's, like I said, very into, you know, video making, content, all of that stuff. So she has the big content creation station. kind of like a cute backdrop area as well that I created. And then she also has her own desk with a big PC, all of that stuff, tons of posters and everything on the walls. And then right next door, we have the child's bedroom as well. So he has a little bunk bed with his desk underneath it. There's a little bookshelf, toys, you know, dresser, all of that stuff. He's really into void critters, like I said. So he has the void critter station and a bunch of like void critter robot-y looking themed decorations around the place. But yeah, that's basically it for the upstairs. Now, finally going downstairs to the basement. You come down the basement, come down the stairs, and you're right at the little bathroom. And there's some storage, like an old bookshelf, you know, all of that stuff. His easel is kind of like placed in the corner. We have the laundry over there. We have a little bookcase. We have a door that goes outside. So that's the little like outside walkout bit. This is actually a games table, so your Sims can play cards and like puzzles, all of that stuff down here as well. There's some seating, some plants, and then this is his bedroom, I say in air quotes. But yeah, so we have this old sofa, we have some paintings, some stored things, old TV sets, his like fold out bed. We also have a really old TV, well, not old TV, but older than the one that's in the living room upstairs. Some old trunks, you know, broken lamps, stuff like that. This is actually the young adult son, by the way, and his little infant daughter. But yeah, so that's the little basement area, and then this is going to be the infant's bedroom once they've renovated it a little bit more. So yeah, as you can see, it does look a little bit bare in that corner intentionally, because I figured, you know, it's been somewhat recently painted. But yeah, so we have a changing station. We have his desk over here as well, because like I said, he is in university, so he has a desk. He's also a freelance artist, so he has the digital sketch pad, and then just, you know, infant crib, all of that stuff. And that is basically it for this house, you guys. Let me give you a quick little floor plan look. So this is the basement. Then we have the first floor and the second floor as well. And like I said, it is up on the gallery if you want to go ahead and download it. But yeah, with all of that said, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and want to see more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. And yeah, if you want to download this, like I said, it's up on the gallery. My gallery ID, download link, all of that will be in the description as always. Tray files will be up for channel members, and in 3 weeks they will be going out for everyone. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought about this build, if it's something that you would like to play in, if you like this family. Like I said, they are related to Geeta and Rasoya from not Get Famous, from City Living. So they do have extended family in other worlds. I also created in my save, I created the young adult son's ex-girlfriend and the little infant's mother, so obviously she's her mom. I did create her, and she is in the world. She doesn't live anywhere in my save, but she is in the world for storytelling purposes. So yeah, she is up there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this speed build and hearing more about this family. I will make sure to have the family up on the gallery as well, in case you want to go ahead and download them to go with this build. Again, these pop-ups, they keep ruining my outros. It's been like 2 videos in a row now. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh my good grief. I swear I'm gonna pause the game. Usually I try to have these outros be with like the game unpaused, so you can, you know, see the progression of time and stuff like that. But those pop-ups are ruining my outro. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this for the 3rd time. You know, do all of the fun YouTube things, and I will talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone.